You are looking live here at the Kentucky Speedway. We are just about ready for Aaron's Pro Series action. This is the Crown Royal 400, and the first time that we'll get to see these APS machines take on this track here in the Bluegrass State. We hosted GTS action here last season. Now we'll get to see the APS cars, and it's once again Luna Bennington on the pole for Full Send Racing. To her outside, a bit of a shocker, Joshua Ward for Score Motorsports, along with a few other surprises. Toward the top here in qualifying, Skylar Taylor for Fallout Racing, Patrick Raven for Spears Raven in the row behind. What do we make of a few of these surprises here in qualifying?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely surprising to see some of these smaller teams up at the front. I think, some of them, it could just be qualifying pace, but Joshua Ward, he was second fastest in practice as well. So I think the speed on that car is honestly very real.
And you remember Joshua Warren, he had that good run at North Wilkesboro, so he's someone who could pull out a shocking result from time to time. And Patrick Raven, he can occasionally shock you as well, as he's qualified that car fourth for the Spears Raven team.
Yeah, certainly. And looking at our championship battle, we have Luke Evans for Joe Zeller Racing. He put it sixth on the grid. His main rival and current championship leader, Anthony Greenman, all the way down in 16th. It's still going to be a long shot here, as the one has the upper hand points-wise, but do we think that Evans could continue to try to claw his way back into this title fight here today?
Yeah, I think there's definitely a chance of it. I mean, I think Greenman will be coming to the front, I think, before this thing is over with. But, Luke Evans has an opportunity at least. He has the starting position, he has the track position to make up some ground today. And I think, that's going to be the key thing. And the key thing for Greenman is going to be staying out of trouble early, because being back in the pack at a track like this can be sketchy at times for sure.
I mean, Greenman, he's out of the part of the schedule where he's, not very good at some of the tracks, a couple road courses these last couple weeks. Now we're back on the ovals where he knows he's a bit faster and maybe he can charge the front pretty quickly in this thing.
All right, and final story we'll cover is Foster Racing. The team we know has been struggling a bit financially recently. They've got the two cars that they entered for this race in the field, the 25 of Jacob Foster, 68 of Kyle Driver. 43 of Jack Davis actually withdrew a bit before qualifying, so hopefully we can see that entry back for Talladega, but I guess what do we make of the situation for Foster Racing?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, we've been covering their woes, I guess, this year. But, this is an opportunity, I think, a little bit for them, because, the raw speed in their cars has not been too bad this weekend. I mean, obviously, 37 when qualifying for Jacob Foster, but he wasn't too bad in practice. And Kyle Driver looked okay in both sessions, I believe. I don't remember where exactly he was in practice, but he qualified 30th, so, could be a lot worse. But, it's going to be tough for this team, obviously, but, they at least have a chance still.
Yeah, definitely. Kyle Driver has always been someone who's had speed in the past and has been in shocking positions where you wouldn't normally expect him. So Kyle Driver could maybe get himself into the top 20 if he races hard, but it's never good to see teams in a position like that. Earlier, a few seasons back, we saw it with Shock Point, and we saw it with AFM, so hoping they can get out of this rut here and maybe get a good result to help them with their money.
All right, that's all we're going to cover here in pre-race. We'll bring you back when we're ready for the starting command here in the Crown Royal 400, our first time with APS cars here around Kentucky. We'll see you then. We are back here at Kentucky, the starting command just a few moments away now.
Drivers, start your engines!
There it is. 42 cars roar to life here, and we're just about ready for 67 laps here around Kentucky. As we said, on the pole, Luna Bennington for Full Send Racing, once again finding speed in that 4 car. Alongside is Joshua Warren for Score Motorsports. Row 2 is a pair of unexpected Ford entries. Skylar Taylor, I believe, making their first APS start for Fallout Racing in the Honkai Star Rail 62 alongside Patrick Raven for that Spears Raven Racing team. Then in row 3, Paris Chevy's Brandon Morris finally putting a good run in that 14 alongside Luke Evans. Then Lotus Disparito, fresh off there, finally breaking through to victory at Watkins Glen in the ANCS. They'll be looking for a victory here for Daytona alongside J.R. Bedard. And then William Ayers and Seth Morgan round the top 10. As we make our way... Oh, go ahead. Certainly, as the field makes their way through turn 3. Once again, Bennington and Warren will be the ones seeing the green flirt first. Pace car is off, and we head now toward the start-finish line. We are ready for our debut here at Kentucky Speedway for the Aaron's Pro Series. And green flag is out. We are racing at Kentucky. And momentum has swung a little bit to the outside off of turn 2. Warren almost cleared Taylor down into turn 3. Bennington able to control the lanes here early, but Warren's going to challenge on the outside. Here comes the O2 of Joshua Warren. So he's not really going to have much help into turn 1 as Disparito's going to be the driver on the move. In the 8, they're going to try to move it to 3rd as Ward with a really poor run, but Taylor with an even worse one there. On the inside of turn 2, Warren will clear back into 2nd.
Disparito now into 3rd in that 8 car. The battle up front, Warren trying to close in here on Bennington into 1, looking low.
And nothing doing there, and he's going to also have a bobble much like Taylor. I think the inside in turn 2 is not where you want to be, and Bennington's going to continue with her gap out front. Morris is going to send it in on Disparito, but I had to check up there, and now the 8's going to try to make a move around the outside of the O2, couldn't get the run. Skylar Taylor's also dropping back in the 62. So definitely a few fallers early, but a big riser. Take a push there in that number 2. He's made up some good ground as he's just ahead of Luke Evans right now. 3 wide there for the back as all sorts of chaotic racing happening. That's Rowe, I believe, Hallie Anderson, and Murdo there in the 01. Continuing 3 wide, which you can do with this very wide track. Maybe 4 wide here for a moment.
Peter Onjak threading the needle in between Santiago and Anderson Jr.
How successful will they be, though? That is the question. The 8 running a bit of a higher line there through turn 2. That seems to kind of be the place to be, that sort of middle groove. But still some work to do for the 8 to make inroads on that 4's lead. Morris and Raven also doing battle behind this O2 as Morris now trying to take the position off of Warren. I think he's going to make it stick. He will. Raven now may try to challenge as well as Cameron Lopez also lurking behind. Kick on to lap 8 of 67. Disparito in car number 8, trying to hunt down Luna Bennington for this race lead, who's led since the green flag. Can't quite make the move there, couldn't quite get the run, but now into turn 3, here comes Disparito to the inside. And
Disparito honestly makes that...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, they made that pass look easy on Luna Bennington.
Ooh, nearly into the wall.
Oh, contact!
They're going to keep it together, though, and Bennington, I think, is going to move, try to pay the favor back into turn 3, but couldn't quite get the run. Disparito taking out that 8-car round the outside. Can they clear? No. They're going to still be side by side. Maybe not.
Oh, here comes Bennington up the inside.
Bennington still was able to find a run, and the 4's going to actually be back clear to turn 3. Warren's going to try to clear back into 3rd as the 2 of them are going to get close again off of turn 2. Both Bennington and Disparito went high, the 8 with the better momentum, and Disparito's now going to be back into the lead once again. These 2 going back and forth here so far as Disparito's back clear out front. Ooh, Warren really high. Oh, he's got Derek Petty for company. That was nearly contact with the 46. As Petty's trying to work his way up through the field for Blue Panther Motorsports, 3 wide behind between Lopez, Raven, and Ayers. Disparito couldn't drive away for long. Bennington once again back on that rear bumper of the 8, so I think it's going to be definitely a race-long battle here between these 2 as they seem to still be managing a solid 2-second lead over Angel Gutierrez in 3rd and Joshua Warren in 4th. The rest of the field does not seem to have any answer for the 8 and the 4.
I mean, he's driving all over the place, trying to just find speed wherever he can. But looks like he's getting a bit blocked in by his teammate in 10 right now. It's Nick Breeding.
Contacted, wrecking. There goes Boak, boxed around Aiden Smith, and the freak up and over. Oh, look out! How did everyone miss the 44? Caution is out here at Kentucky. 44 upside down in the middle of turn 3. And the 80's down pit road as well. It does look like that the field is going to be indicating, yep, I think everyone's going to be dropping down here to pit road. So Disparito will lead them down. It's been a very entertaining race at the front so far between them and Luna Bennington. Disparito would be looking for their first win in these cars since that first ever USARC race at Daytona. Obviously, they picked up a win in the ANCS last week at Watkins Glen, but we'll be looking to clinch an APS win here at Kentucky. But it'll now be up to the pit crew to get the 8 off pit road first. As let's see what happens here. Looks like everyone's going up on their jacks, at least on the left side, and it will be the right side as well. So 4 tires looks to be the call of the day for everyone involved. Gutierrez with a good stop. Disparito is going to get off ahead though, and Disparito will be the first one off pit road.
Gutierrez comes Bennington.
Luke Evans, that's a great stop for the 64. Save for Derek Petty. Save for Benedict Murdo, actually. That 01 team put in a really solid pit stop as well.
And here you see the 44 of Bobak Fox coming off the corner. Some contact from the 2 of Hiccup Bush goes down into the 53 of Isaac Davis, sliding back up, trying to do all they can to save it, but in the wall and down into the innocent bystander of the 89 of Aiden Smith, and a viciously hard hit, luckily on the passenger side for Bobak Fox. They're gonna slide up the track here, and a great job by everyone to avoid the sliding on the lid car of Bobak Fox.
On board there with the 89 of Aiden Smith, you see the back up in front of Fox down into the 89, nowhere to go, and up and over goes the 44. Smith actually does a good job at getting his car back going straight, with honestly looking like potentially pretty minimal damage. Obviously, he is back running in this race. Bobak Fox is not. And we'll bring you back to the restart here in the Crown Royal 400. And we are back here at Kentucky. Lotus Disparito is your race leader. Still Angel Gutierrez second, Bennington third, Luke Evans and Derek Petty the top 5. Bobak Fox is your only retirement. Eli Steelwolf is 2 laps down after addressing a tire issue on the 80. But it'll be Disparito once again from Gutierrez, Bennington, Evans, and Petty, as we're going to see the green lap 21 of 67. And the green flag back out here at Kentucky. Gutierrez immediately trying to jump the 8 of Disparito, but we'll see if the 52 can get the run into the inside. Here comes the 52. So new challenger here for the lead, and Gutierrez is actually going to look like to take it easily, but maybe no. Had a bit of a bobble there in the middle of 2, and I think Disparito and Bennington are going to try to sweep by. and Bennington cleared. The off of 2 field really starting to spread out here as we see here Murdo and Lopez doing battle. The L1 running a very high low. He's trying to make it ring all the way around the outside and doesn't quite work out for him that time. But he's got now William Ayers up in front of him. As back toward the front of the field, I think Disparito and Bennington are going back at it once again. Yes, they are. For the lead, here comes the 4. Bennington to the inside in turn 3. So Disparito's going to try to hang it around the outside. And I think the 8's going to clear. Yes, they will. So Disparito's going to hang on to the lead. Gutierrez now going to try to challenge the 4 for second. Quite get the run that he wanted as we head back into turn 3 yet again. Disparito with a little bit of a gap now. Luke Evans is also hanging in, or at least trying to, in 4th, but this is still very big for him on a points perspective, as Anthony Greenman still has not found much pace in that one car after the first stop, as Gutierrez now looks like that he got underneath Bennington and he will clear into second.
The 8 looking a little slow here. Angel Gutierrez is going to charge to the inside. Bennington!
Oh, Bennington! Gonna make it work. A very aggressive move. 3 wide contact with Gutierrez, and Bennington's gonna go from 3rd to 1st off the exit of turn 2. The 8 of Disparito looking a bit slow, but now looking to maybe back up to speed as the yellow is out.
Oh! Mika Papega.
Radvolt.
Another one.
DT Jones. That car with a lot of damage. Oh, looks like. Well, Disparito's gonna have to let the 4 by first before we sort that all out. The Bennington did take the yellow as the leader. As there we go. And it looks like we are going to have pit stops potentially. Or not. Never mind. I stand corrected. Or I will have. So Santiago and Morris. Rowe as well. Bedard, Raven, Isaac Davis. So it's about a split strategy. Maybe 50-50-ish. Though a lot more cars at the back of the field here are going to choose to pit this time by, so this will be interesting to watch. Oh, that's a lot of damage. And it will be 4 fresh tires for, I believe, most, if not all, these drivers. So this is going to be really interesting to watch. Nicolas Santiago is going to lead them off. Then Morris, Rowe, and Bedard. So yeah, tire advantage are now going to go to these guys, as well as the fuel advantage. So this will be very interesting to watch as we go later on into this race.
When you see right here coming for the corner, Bayless just kind of slips up directly into the path of Papega and Radval as a hard crash for both of them. And you see just ahead there, just completely separate accident, really, it's for DT Jones, who slaps the inside wall. He keeps going in this right direction, although he is going to be a lap down now. So, unfortunate accident here to take out these three competitors here at Kentucky. Everyone is okay, though.
We are back here at Kentucky. We're a bit shy of the halfway point. We're going to see the green lap 31-67. Out of the race, Mika Papega, Seth Bayless, and Graham Radval. DT Jones is 1 lap down after addressing the damage from his separate incident. And leading the field will be Luna Bennington still. For a reminder, all of the drivers until Santiago in 22nd have not pit yet. The rest of the field did come down this caution. So Bennington, Disparito, Gutierrez, Evans, and Petty will lead us back to the green, but they'll be on a bit more worn tires. So that will be something to watch as the field makes their way through turn 3. Pace car is off. Bennington will control the field. Green flag back out here, and Disparito wants to get a move on. So does Luke Evans. Couldn't quite make it happen. I think Gutierrez is going to clear the 8 of Disparito, so Gutierrez back into 2nd. Here comes Luke Evans for 3rd. You said that right. 52 Gutierrez to the inside. Actually, I think stole the lap lead off of Bennington as we are packing up behind these two. Oh, and Lopez and Disparito chasing each other up the track. Near contact between the 11 and the 8. As we're at Santiago in all this mess, the first one on fresh tires. So it's Bennington from Gutierrez, from Luke Evans. Justin Whitmer's worked his way up here. Oh, what's happened with the Ford? Was it just a poor run? Oh, we're wrecking! Petty!
Hard crash! What?
What?
USARC officials, what are you doing, man? It just seems week after week, the USARC officials and their no calls, and this time it's a terrible, terrible crash with Derek Petty in the 46, hitting hard, and they still don't call it. What are we doing, man?
What are we doing? Yeah, Gutierrez fighting for the lead, and here comes the 88 of Justin Whitmer. Trying to go last to first here, and I think this won't be the first time for him in USARC. He does just that, and that's going to open the door for Gutierrez. He's taken through the middle. They're going to make it work, and I think Bennington got the run off the high side, so Bennington will stay in the lead for now. Luke Evans is charging back up into this one. He now holds the longest streak, the longest winless streak here in USARC. He could break it tonight. As there's a huge gap between Onjack and the 8th place runner of Joshua Bourne, as Bennington, I think, was under siege there for a second, and yeah, Here comes Whitmer. Evans into second, Murdo into third, so 2 SSR and CS drivers hounding down this 88 of Justin Whitmer. As Whitmer continuing to control here out front. It's about a 7-car battle at the lead. Greenman is the one who's moved into 8th, though. That's big for his point situation, as Whitmer really overdrove turn 2, but I think it's still going to work out for him.
Benedict Murdo to the inside of Justin Whitmer, and he's got the run. He's going to take the lead here.
I feel like the tire wear is really making this field pack up, as Gutierrez now kind of running this like Talladega, as old Whitmer nearly into the wall. Gonna keep it together for now. And he's gonna clear. Murdo really slow through the middle of turn 4. I think this is the tire wear really starting to get to these cars, as Gutierrez now leads here at Kentucky by a considerable margin. Ooh, nearly contact there between the 8 and the 88. There might have been a light run there. They've still somehow not wrecked it, as Disparito now moves back into second. They're going to see if they can try to get back to this 52 of Gutierrez, who's pulled out over a second, as now Whitmer, though, has other plans. Though, looks, yeah, Disparito got the run.
All that battling has resulted in the one being able to track down this pack. He restarted back around 20th and now up to 7th, looking up to 8th, sorry, looking for 7th. Will get it to the inside of Bennington here.
I believe he might be. He definitely is one of the higher ones. As Jared Bedard also working his way back up into this mix. He's, I believe, just outside of the top 10. So yeah, the fresh tires, though, not quite working as well as we imagined. We still haven't seen anyone really crack into that lead pack yet.
In the wall.
Will get off it cleanly, so no incident there. But might lose another spot here to JR Bedard into turn 3. And he will. And Hiccup Bush as well. That's going to be tight. Oh. Fitzwater, Taylor, and William Ayers. No, that car's got damage. I don't think Angel Gutierrez is going to be too happy about that one. Was actually pulling out a decent advantage as there's Skylar Taylor lookout. But now the field's going to get bunched back up. Well, have to wait and see. We should definitely see those who didn't come down the last caution. I mean, you definitely need tires now looking how the racing was. As yeah. Yeah. Oh, did I hear an engine go around? Oh, okay. It's Steel Wolf who's laps down, so yeah, it will be the whole field down. Most likely 4 tires and fuel to call. Well, I think Warren's got kind of held up behind Skylar Taylor there. Tried to get into a stall, and there was a little bit of a shoulder check there. I think a bit upset with the 62 was Warren, and Gutierrez is off first. Was that 2 or was that 4? I think no, it is 2 tires. I think 2 tires is the call. I swear, I think Disparito only took 2 at least.
So here we see the 62 of Skylar Taylor kind of washing up here on the 82 of William Ayers. Just keeps coming up. Maybe the spotter doesn't alert them that William is coming, and Diego Yepes collected an innocent bystander. Looks like a lazy spin for him, but Zachary Fitzwater nowhere to go into the 62, destroying the 42 and the 62 in the process.
We are back here at Kentucky. We're going to see the green lap 50 of 67, 18 to go, and Angel Gutierrez is looking to try to hang on for what would be his 2nd career USARC victory. But he's going to have Justin Whitmer, who's come all the way from the back of the field, the winningest driver in USARC history. Then Luke Evans, who's trying to really mount a championship challenge against Anthony Greenman. Lotus Disparito, who's looking to go 2 in a row. And Peter Onjak, he will round the top 5. So he's got some big names behind him to try to hold off. But he's proven he can do it before at a very tire wear heavy track such as Darlington. So let's see if he can do it again. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see on that one. Go. Pace car makes the hard turn back onto pit road. 18 to go here in the Crown Royal 400. Angel Gutierrez, your race leader. And the green flag is back out here at Kentucky. Gutierrez with a decent restart, 3 wide. Further back between Evans, Onjak, and Disparito, the 41 wanting to get a move on, as Whitmer, I think, is going to try to maybe make a run at Gutierrez as we head toward turn 3. Oh, contact! They keep it together. So Whitmer now leads over Peter Onjak. These two know each other very well. They're going to go to battle one more time here as Gutierrez looks all over the shop. As it's Disparito and now Anthony Greenman. The one has arrived here at the end of the race as Andre has gone way high up the track with caution. It's Raven and Lopez and
oh, Lopez hit hard.
Well, that got ugly quickly. Raven is back going. Yeah. I don't... Yeah, I would think not, and it doesn't look like we will see them, so we're gonna get... Oh no! Murdo's down pit road. That, I think, is a mechanical issue on the 01. Yeah, that... Oh, yes! That is... Oh. No, you're good. So we see hard racing here at the back of the field. Patrick Raven just kind of hooks Cameron Lopez down the straightaway into Jacob Foster. Steelwolf and Driver barely get by. Yepes collected, and then here comes William Ayers hard into Cameron Lopez. Fortunately, both drivers are okay, but that is day done for the 11 and 82 and some decent damage on the 17. We are back here at Kentucky, and Murdo pitted for seemingly no reason, potentially for fuel, but bigger problems for his teammate, the 10 and Nick Breeding. It is a fuel system issue, so maybe that's why Murdo pitted, saw an early indicator of an issue, and got it done early, because the 10 now has a lengthy stop ahead of them. With Lopez involved in the last wreck, it is a total capitulation here for SSR in just the span of the last, what, 2-3 laps. Well, I think that I will be looking at that one of Anthony Greenman. I've just been talking about how SSR seems to be capitulating, but Greenman has put on a really good show so far. That one car, since the second round of pit stops, has looked pretty quick. And I think he's going to make a charge here to put a very firm stand on this championship lead.
I'm going to go with a little bit of a shocker here. All the way back in 9th, the 40 of Nicolas Santiago. He was one who pit earlier to get that track position by taking those tires and move up the field. I think he can do something great from 9th. There's another car down pit road. It's the 68 of Kyle Driver.
That also looks a bit more than a fuel stop like it was from Murdo, so I think that is some sort of mechanical issue on the 68. A shame for him, as he's actually done a really good job at running a clean race despite a lot of wrecks happening around him, as I'm sure you've noticed on our replays. But We're going to get the green here, lap 56 of 67, 11 laps to go. Justin Whitmer, Peter Onjak, two very familiar faces here up at the front. Anthony Greenman, championship leader in third. Lotus Disparito and Isaac Davis rounding the top 5 here. So we're going to see the green here very shortly. As here we go, green flag back out here at Kentucky. Whitmer is going to lead him away. Not quite clear yet. The 8's going to come back around the outside as Whitmer's got a very good restart. Onjak and Greenman going to do battle into turn 3. Looks like it's going to be a lost cause as we're going to come to 10 to go. This time by Whitmer, running really high up the track. Is that going to offer an opportunity for Anthony Greenman? Not quite, but it allowed him to gain some ground. Huge run for the Ada Disparito off of turn 4. Had to get on the brakes, or at least lift, went down onto the apron. I think the 88-minute movement spooked Disparito, but still, Whitmer can't seem to hold that car in the middle line that seems more optimal, and is losing time. Well, that's certainly a way for Whitmer to gain some time back, as Disparito got completely bullied out of the top 5. As Luna Bennington's all of a sudden back up into this picture as well. We are under caution. Brandon Morris. Oh. Hasselhoff as well in the 22. Maybe no. Greenman's gonna have a run. Can he cross him over? Here comes Greenman. Oh, man. 0.03 of a second. Whitmer will lead for a late race restart here at Kentucky. Once again, USARC's going to throw up a late race restart. And it'll be Justin Whitmer leading. We should not see pit stops, I'd imagine. As Whitmer's going to move back to the lead. You're going to see here Jared Bedard coming off of turn 4, runs up a bit high. Hasselhoff's there, hooks him into the wall. That gets Morgan and Morris involved. And not really much more than that, as the 55 gives an additional shot to the 14 there. Hasselhoff through the grass, and that is that. Caution is out. And we're going to have, as we said, a late race restart here in the Crown Royal 400. We are back here at Kentucky. We're going to have our late race restart with 5 laps to go here. Justin Whitmer, your race leader, over Anthony Greenman, Luna Bennington, Angel Gutierrez, and Peter Onjak. Out of the race, actually is no one from that wreck, but Diego Yepes did retire the car after his incident. He clipped, I believe it was Patrick Raven in the Raven-Lopez collision. but it'll be Justin Whitmer, already the winningest driver in USARC history, trying to add another one to his tally, but he'll have to hold off the championship leader, and Anthony Greenman, the man who used to drive for him in the ANCS, here for the victory at Kentucky. As here we go, green flag back out here from Kentucky, and Whitmer's gonna lead him away. No one making an immediate move. Got the 88 up out of the groove, and Greenman is gonna clear to the lead. Bennington's gonna try to move into second through 3. And will do so. So now it's Greenman over Bennington. As here comes Bennington, big run through turn 2 for the 4. Gonna be alongside and maybe clear. No, he cannot. The Blood lost a ton of time there. 2 laps to go for Luna Bennington here at Kentucky, and it's nothing but open racetrack up in front, nearly a second ahead of Justin Whitmer. The pole sitter, Luna Bennington, put on a great move there, and she's going to see the white flag here at Kentucky. 1 to go. Oh, it's the 22 at Hasselhoff, but I don't think they're going to play a factor. Luna Bennington in a very topsy-turvy Kentucky race. The pole sitter is going to be the one who comes out on top off turn 4. Luna Bennington is going to take the victory here in the inaugural Aaron's Pro Series race here at Kentucky. Wow. After all of that, Luna Bennington comes out on top. Justin Whitmer goes from last to second. And Anthony Greenman, a very solid 3rd place for his championship hopes after being kind of nowhere the whole day. Lotus Espirito came up short, but I think will still be happy with a 4th place finish. Nicholas Santiago, Angel Gutierrez, Peter Onjak, Luke Evans, Hallie Anderson Jr., and Isaac Davis round the top 10. Yeah, and then also Don Falconer, Joshua Ward, and Brandon Morris round the top 20. And then, yeah, it does look it as Aiden Smith is classified the last car on the lead lap at 21st. Caden Lemon, 22nd. Tarasova, 23rd. Maston Rimmel, Nick Breeden, Kyle Driver, Jacob Foster, Patrick Raven, and Gretchen Hasselhoff all end 1 lap down. DT Jones runs the top 30, 2 laps down. And then Eli Steelwolf is your last remaining finisher, also 2 laps down. J.R. Bedard, Diego Yepes, Cameron Lopez, William Ayers, Skylar Taylor, Zachary Fitzwater Sr., Derek Petty, Graham Radval, Mika Papega, and then Seth Bayless and Bobak Fox all failed to finish. So what do we make of our first APS trip here to the Kentucky Speedway?
You know, I feel like the racing itself tonight was phenomenal. You could run anywhere on this racetrack. You could really pass. You could make your way through the field. There was comers and goers. But with that said, it was definitely a bit of a mess at times at the same time here. I think, you know, we didn't have any big ones. It was just drivers making small mistakes that turned into wrecks, really.
It was definitely an action-packed race. You know, you passes for the lead, they'd happen up high, they'd happen down low. And as for the wreck side of it, yeah, just some hard crashes, but everyone okay, and overall an exciting race.
Well, hopefully there'll be more exciting racing to come as our next stop for all three USARC series will be at the high banks of Talladega Superspeedway. That always puts on an interesting race for USARC. So until then, we'll see you, and thank you for watching the APS here at Kentucky.